How many genes does corn have? Any guesses? It's not on there, so. Come on, somebody can guess.
27.
27. Okay, it's somewhere between 27 and millions. Corn has, it's actually, it's really turned out to be very complicated. And you know, they say if you get a BS, you can tell people, you know, what you're supposed to be doing. If you get an MS, you can tell people why you're supposed to be doing it. And if you get a PhD, you just say, well, it depends. You know, it always depends. And it does depend. So corn is actually one of the biggest anomalies. There's about 30,000 genes in corn, but what people have actually found is 2 different varieties of corn may have as much as 5,000 or 10,000 genes missing from one another, which is very unique. That's not true in a lot of other organisms. So people actually think there might be as many as 70,000 genes in corn, but most corn varieties have about 30,000 genes. Humans have about 21,000, but again, it depends on what your definition is of a gene, and it gets really complicated. But what's really surprising is genome size, or how much DNA there is not directly correlated to the number of genes. So if we look at a crop like a soybean, they have a lot more genes with a lot less DNA than corn does. Corn has a lot more DNA and a lot less genes. Okay? So these things we're still trying to figure out you know, what a gene does and what a gene is. It turns out that biology is much more complicated than anybody would have expected.